Okay. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Adriana Nagel. We are doing some interviews with some of our Latino friends in the community. We try to highlight all the LatinX people that are going above and beyond. So today, I'm just gonna let you to introduce yourself. So you guys gonna say your names
I'm Antoinette Cordova.
I'm Jaime Cordova.
but then a little bit about yourself, like where are you from and all
Well,
the background.
So I was born in Peru, and we grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and then we moved to California when I was approximately 14 years old. So I've been in California ever since. Yes.
Oh.
And I barely became a U.S. citizen a year and a half ago.
Hey.
Yes.
Excellent. What about you?
So I'm born and raised here in Corona, California. My dad was born in Mexico City. My mom was born and raised in Corona, California, but my grandparents were from Zapopan, Mexico. So, I've been in the supermarket business for almost 34 years. Gave that up to start the Celine Feast.
Well, we were talking a little bit about how did you guys start. So tell me what made you decide to get into this kind of business?
So approximately 3 years ago, I was up in Northern California, and I was getting ready for a show. And my trainer had changed my diet. And when I'm on my prep, I don't eat out. And I said, what am I going to do? Because I'm not just going to go to In-N-Out or wherever and get food. I said, I need my food. And he's like, oh, go to this little place called Lean Feast. He's like, I approve and so will you. So I went there not thinking that I was going to enjoy it. And it's this little 800 square foot building there. And I just was blown over by the demographics of who was in there. It wasn't just bodybuilders. It was just regular people trying to eat healthier, but still have flavor. And so I sat in my rental car and I just watched the people coming in and out of the building, and I was just intrigued. So I called my husband and I said, hey, I found out what I'm going to do next. And he's like, they're not even a franchise. What are you talking about? And I said, well, I'm going to ask him if he'll franchise. And that's how it started. I asked the owner to franchise. At first he said no. And then 2 weeks later, he called me back. And he says, oh, we know a lot of the same people. And he goes, they said, if I'm ever going to do this, that you and your husband should be my first one. And we had to wait for like 8 months for him to become a franchise and get all the documentation ready. But as soon as he told us, are you ready? We pulled the trigger and we both went in with both feet.
Well, now with the pandemic, I mean, we know our economy had changed and it has been a complete nightmare. What was your experience through the whole pandemic?
Every store had a little different experience. The Corona store, the first 2 months, our sales were cut in half. We had to lay off a couple people, but within 2 months, we recovered, and I was able to bring everybody back. And gradually, every month, our sales have been going up. My Riverside store, that one did suffer a lot longer because of where it was at. It's in an older community, right? So people were not coming outdoors. In the center from UCR. So that whole community was gone because the schools were closed, right? But now we've seen the light. We've kind of turned over the leaf where I have full-time employees there again. We're opening longer hours there, and we're recovering. And then our Temecula location, we did open during the pandemic, which most people would say was crazy, but we had signed the lease already, and we just said we're going to make it work. Whatever it takes, we're going to make it work. And now, it's our second strongest producing store.
I think one of the things that helped us is because a lot of the restaurants they closed the indoor. A lot of our sales are more grab and go and delivery. So people were able to come in, take their food, and then just leave, or they're able to go online for pickup, or we also deliver. So that, I think, what made us succeed
And stand out.
compared to other restaurants that didn't have that feature and it was all indoors or they had to close. So I think that's what helped us stay going.
So a lot of other restaurants did implement the delivery and all that, but we already had those systems in place. So we didn't have to catch up with it. Like, we already had all of that ready to go because we were already utilizing it. But then it just grew. It grew so much more. So now where we see like the same people every week delivering, we have people out of state that deliver for their elderly parents that can't leave their house, and we just deliver like every Monday. We know we're going to get one for this particular gentleman. We know it's going to come from his daughter in Minnesota, She goes online, takes his food, and we deliver to him in workout.
Oh my God.
So she knows he's getting his food, and she's eating every week. So it's kind of that's what I think set us apart from the rest. We were able to survive.
You know, it's funny. Is my mom, she'll be 94 this month, and she's an active person. She was a treasurer of a women's club of Corona. She was still going to get her hair done every Friday, but when the pandemic hit, everything stopped, so she couldn't go out anymore. So she was going and having lunches and dinners every week with her friends and family and all that. And so when pandemic hit, we started bringing her meals from here. And within 3-4 months, she lost 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Wow.
40
Without
pounds.
exercising, without anything, just eating healthy.
Because you were telling me that you were about
230 pounds.
And just eating healthy.
Yes.
Well, I
You
did a
didn't
little
have
bit.
to-
I did a little bit of cardio, a little bit of workout. I didn't extreme, but mostly was food.
So it's not about doing a diet. This is not a
It's,
diet.
it's just changing your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. It's implementing some healthier habits to your daily. You have to eat anyway. Why not eat something that's a good product and it's clean, and then it's not going to weigh you down, and then you have enough energy to do the next thing you have to do in the day instead of sitting in your car for the next 5 minutes like, oh my gosh, I just did that.
So people think that when they're on a diet, they have to have salad. That's what people's mentality is. That's what society has teach is have a salad, and
Yeah, but sometimes they have salad with a half a bottle of the dressing.
yes.
Yeah, so what we try to teach them is you can have a little bit of everything. You can have white rice, you could have your steak, you could have your veg, but everything's portioned out. So so you're eating a balanced meal every time.
So what about Teddy? Like you were just telling me a little bit before that you said that this is the fuel. You're treating this.
Yes, so what I always try to tell everybody is that if you treat your food like a fuel, like you wouldn't put cheap gas in a Ferrari, right? So why not? You want to have a clean product inside your car. Why wouldn't you feed your body? It's the only body you have, a clean product. You're allowing these pharmaceutical companies to rule your life, basically. I'm going to take a pill because I want to keep eating that, right? That's what we do, right? So we could remove all that and start teaching people this is where it starts. And the younger they start, the better. Like I have now like kids in high school eating here, right? And they're like, they love it. They make, they put their cheese or whatever on there still, but at least we know we're not picking with any butters, any oils. And they take food home now. And so we see like, you start changing the mentality. We also feed some schools, and on a daily basis, we take for their athletes, we take them their meals, right? And they count their macros. They're teaching them all these things because we give them that information, right? So they're setting up their minds to know, like, okay, when I go to eat a burger or I go to eat this every day, look at what I'm doing to my body and look at how I train, and I want to be an athlete. So I need to fuel it properly to be able to get the maximum results.
Okay, so now let's go back to the point that we are Latin. How that is it having a benefit? Having a challenge? Tell me a little bit
It's funny
about
because
that.
I saw that question come through, and then I was talking to my husband, and I say, I don't see us any different. I don't, and that's what I can say. Like being a Latin business owner, I don't see it any different because when somebody walks in my doors I see us all as one, and maybe that's why it's different for us. We have no prejudice, we don't have that. We've never come across that.
I don't know how people see us,
but we don't
but we don't see them, and I don't look at myself as a minority that I have something that I have to work harder for.
Because we work hard all the time. We're all workaholics.
No
Right.
different.
No,
Right.
yes.
Excellent. Yeah, we're trying to learn how people perceive, because some people will have misconceptions of, okay, the Latin is different from any other business. No.
No. And but I think if you portray that, I think people will start seeing you differently too, right? We don't treat We don't ever say like, oh, because we're that. No, it's, you know what, we're all one, we're all human. To me, it's like I look at a human and you're a human being, and that's it.
I mean, we're very proud of who we are,
Our heritage.
but we just go out just as normal human beings and
Give
work hard
everything.
and we give back to the community. And
I was just going to ask that question. How are you giving back to the community?
We donate quite a bit of food. Yes, like during the holidays, we did foster homes. Right, there's a particular group called the Lila Group, and we donated every week 16 meals every single week to this group for weeks. We did that. Like today, we're doing the Red Day with Keller Williams.
Yes.
They funded 35 meals. We gave 35 meals, so we matched them. You know, so we do that quite often. Like when we see our firefighters or a police officer come in, a lot of times we just go. You know what I mean? It's not something that we advertise. It's just something we do. You know, if I see somebody that comes in here all the time and I can see they're trying really hard, we'll walk up and we'll just say like, it's okay. You know, we want them to know that we notice that they're supporting us, and we want to give back to. And we just do it. We just kind of do it randomly.
And during pandemic, we also took care of a lot of ERs, hospitals,
We just dropped off
staffs that couldn't go out, they couldn't get food in, and we communicated with them to make sure that we would feed them. So every local hospitals, from Corona to Riverside to Fontana
we find a person there that maybe was there one of our customers, and we'd ask them who's our contact, right? And they say, okay, like talk to this person, you can just send it to me, and I just contact them. How many people do you have working today? And then we would just drive there and drop off food, and then we would just leave.
Wow. I think you guys are doing amazing. I mean, it just feels good that it's a business, but
It's a blessing.
and you are also helping the individual because I mean you're making them healthy and you're helping the community. So this is really
Yeah.
nice.
Yes, we give a lot out, but it gives a lot more back to us. Because like, let's say we're not here for a couple of days, we almost feel like we need that interaction with our customers, right? Because it makes us feel good to know that we're doing something good, you know, in return for them.
And we understand this is a business and we're in for business to make money and stuff like that. But what I think one of the things that has touched us, we get almost on a daily basis, we get customers that come in that just came from a doctor's office and just pouring out, crying sometimes in front of us that the doctor told them they need to change their habits, that how can we help them? And we sit there and it's like, how do we not help these people? I mean, they're coming in, we've had people crying on us and said, I need to lose weight or I can't have surgery or I need to change my habits or I'm not going to make it to see, the next year or something. And we're there to guide them. We're not nutritious. We could direct them to those type of people, but we could also guide them with what other people do here. And we have changed many people's lives. We have a kid that's 26 years old that was over 400 pounds.
Wow.
We helped him lose 100 pounds.
Isn't that awesome?
And he's still, still struggling.
And he
for
still
it.
struggles, but at least he got that first 100 off,
Yes. That's quite a bit.
So he's only 26 years old.
I mean, how we get so far away. Like, we're talking about, yes, I did have a hamburger for last week. Because my mentality would be like, I just want the taste. I wasn't, the feel that I had to do something that really, really nutritious. I was just going for crazy.
Yes,
And that's not good.
And but it's also like I was talking about, but it's good like once in a while, yes, you deserve to have that craving fulfilled and all that. But if you can keep like your Monday through Friday pretty clean, you're gonna live a much healthy fitness, like a life that you're gonna have energy to do that.
So we try to take every excuse away from everybody when they say, well, I can't, I don't have time. Okay, we could deliver to you. They sit there and say, well, I don't have a place to, store my food. I said, well, then you could buy 10 meals a week if you want. Take 1 meal per week to work, heat it up. It only takes 2 minutes. That's it.
There's no excuse.
There's
No excuse.
I mean, if you see our phones, we get so personal sometimes. We're like, okay, I'm just going to give you my phone number, and if you want meals delivered, I will deliver them to you.
no excuse.
No, it's really isn't. When we see the need, we try to take away every excuse possible.
Well, thank you so much
Thank you for having
the
us.
time, and this is awesome.
And so just a little this Corona location has been a blessing. And the people in the community have supported us tremendously. And so if you guys are hearing this, we just want to say thank you. And we're not going anywhere. We're here.
So
Yeah.
a little tip for people, again, because we were like trying to focus on the Latin, we were trying to say people, if you can do it, anybody can do
Exactly.
it. What,
Yes.
what
We
are
don't have college degrees. We have high school educations, but we work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard. What you put in is what you're going to get back.
Yes.
And that's what we tell everybody. Everyone's like, well, how do you do it? This is $1 million store. More, you know what I mean? How do you do it? We work hard. We put everything we have into it because that's what you have to do. You could be white, you could be black, you could be Latin, you have to work hard at everything you do.
And then one of the things is we also treat our customers how we want to be treated. And we treat our employees just like the way we would be treated. So, I mean, we don't have a lot of turnaround because
Working in a
we
restaurant.
keep a lot of our employees because we make sure that we take care of them. We take care of a lot of students that go to school. So, flexibility on their hours.
Yes, but basically, people, I think, being Latin, you could create your own obstacles if you have that mentality. Just look at yourself as a hard-working human being.
So, and again, we just try to say people, yeah, you can do it. You can open
You
your own
could.
business. You can do so many
So
things.
you just gotta want to do it. Yes, you just gotta. A lot of people are planners. Like you have to wait for the right time. There's never a right time. Just do it. If you have a dream, you have a goal, pull the trigger. Just do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
I tell people that I could do it. Anybody could do it.
Yes.
I have just a high school degree. That's all I have. I have no college. I went to college and I didn't like it. I hated school and I quit. But because I succeeded in life because I was a hard worker.
That is the key. That's there's no secret.
There's
That's
no
work.
secret. Yes. And if you have a dream, just do it. There's never a right time. Just do it.
Today's world, people are just looking for good people and hardworking people.
And that's us.
Yes,
Yes.
we are,
So
exactly.
that were some people were like, okay, so what is your legacy as a Latin? That we are hardworking
Yes.
people.
Yes,
We
yes.
are.
Like,
We
I'm not
put our
afraid to
heart
get
on
up.
everything.
You know what? If I ask my employees to clean the bathroom, I've cleaned it 1,000,000 times. Like, I'm not above any of that. When I want, this is my business. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make it survive.
And we're right next to our employees, working just like them, right next to them, learning just as much as they're learning.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I get to meet you guys today.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.